All aware there is desert locusts in the country, specifically in Mandera, Wajir, Marsabit, Garissa, and Isiolo, and now in Samburu. We have confirmed that 30 minutes ago. The first swarm crossed the border into Kenya from Somalia on 28 December 2019. Other swarms continued coming in from Ethiopia, with additional ones from Somalia. We recognize that the pest invasion and potential to spread rapidly to other counties. Let me take it again. We recognize that the pest invasion and potential to spread rapidly to other counties pose an unprecedented threat to food security and livelihoods in the country. In response to this threat, the government immediately responded by mobilizing technical officers on the ground to start the control operations and training local people to support both the on-the-ground interventions and the aerial control crew. The government made available and distributed to the affected counties the required support in the form of pesticides, vehicles-mounted sprayers, motorized knapsack sprayers, handheld ultra-low volume sprayers, and personnel protective equipment. Following this initial response, we have managed to spray several large swarms of locusts and are currently tracking others with the trained officers in the counties of Mandera, Wajir, Marsabit. Today, the government has deployed a second air spray aircraft to Isiolo to reinforce the operations. Further, we have intensified monitoring through chiefs, elders, county commissioners, and community members by asking that they locate and report sighting of any locust swarms at their resting habitats. It is important for all of us to know that the most effective way to attack these locusts is when they are resting and not when they are on the move. This way, whole swarms can be attacked early mornings as they rest. Aware of the movement of these locusts, the government is also taking precaution to ensure that they do not advance to other areas. In this respect, we are continuing to organize trainings and emergency briefings for key officers to be deployed to the affected counties to boost on the ground and aerial control measures. This includes mobilization of county ground teams to support control operations, but also for preparedness in the event that the locusts spread to the surrounding neighboring counties. These counties include Isiolo, Samburu, Meru, Tharaka Nithi, Kitui, Garissa, Embu, and Laikipia. We have therefore reached out to governors to send their teams to Isiolo for a training and briefing that kicks off tomorrow, that is Saturday. To coordinate this exercise, we have now set up a multi-stakeholder command and communication center here at the Ministry of Agriculture that includes the ministry and its agencies, that is CAROL, KEFIS, Pest Control Products Board. Others are the University of Nairobi, the Desert Locust Control Organization of East Africa, FAO, and ISIPE. We encourage the media to obtain information and updates from this team through the provided contact addresses. For example, it is important that we alert all Kenyans that not all grasshoppers are desert locusts. In this multi-stakeholder team, we have accomplished scientists ready and willing to identify which are the real locusts in order to avoid spreading alarm about the spread of locusts, which is diverting attention and resources from critical areas. I want to repeat this again, that it is important that we alert all Kenyans that not all grasshoppers are desert locusts. In this multi-stakeholders team are accomplished scientists ready and willing to identify which are the real locusts in order to avoid spreading alarm about the spread of locusts, which is diverting attention and resources from critical areas. In fact, what, for example, was reported in one of the media stations as locusts sitting in Machakos and Meru are long-horned, variegated grasshoppers that are normally with us, but which have now multiplied because of the weather changes. As you can imagine, fighting this invasion is not without challenges. First, there are transboundary pests that must be fought through a regional strategy to ensure that they are attacked from their resting habitats. Unfortunately, because of insecurity in some of our neighboring countries, it has been difficult to fight and prevent their migration. Second, the specialist body, the Desert Locust Control Organization of East Africa, is a regional body based in Ethiopia. It has the mandate of mobilizing both financial and technical resources. Whereas it has really been supportive and present, it has had challenges mobilizing the required aircrafts and financial resources. In fact, we have been left to fight them as a country. The government of Kenya is, however, grateful that there are indications of support from FAO in the coming days, which will enable us get a third aircraft and more chemicals. We want to assure Kenyans that we are doing everything possible to eliminate this invasion and urge the members of the public to remain calm as we work around the clock to arrest the situation. The only point I want to emphasize is that, locusts are mobile. They are moving, and yes, we can fight them. We can attack them when they are moving, which is a bit dangerous and difficult. For example, yesterday we were able to attack one of them, of the swarm, as they were flying in Wajir. And we would like to share the photographs with you. You see what was happening. The pilot even being forced to get his hand outside and start wiping the windscreen. Yes, we are doing that. And we thank those pilots. They are really dedicated. However, the only best option is when they are resting. You can imagine, you cannot tell where they are going. We are trying to follow them using vehicles. But the only most effective way is for the people to come out. Because if you alert our people, and if media can do this for us, this favor for us, that you take this information out there, that people need to be very alert, especially in the evenings. From about 4, 5, up to 6, they can now locate them, because definitely at around 6, they are going to rest. And at that point, whoever locates them should be able to report to their area chief or the village elder. Subsequently, they are going to communicate to their county commissioners. And with our command center now, we are able to know exactly. We can send somebody with enough information to take the coordinates. And that way, we shall be able to hit them immediately. For example, the Sabul swamp have been sighted. We have asked them to go to their local radio station and alert each other so that immediately, every day, we know where they are resting. That way, we shall be able to effectively eradicate them. However, caution is that, you know, they are supposed to be controlled before they start flying. Again, even if you are eradicating them in Kenya, others are still coming in, making it so difficult for us. And you know what is happening in our border countries. I really don't want to mention that it will really be a bigger challenge, but we are up to it. We are mobilizing. We can assure you by Wednesday, the third aircraft will be in place. We shall look at the other very strategic position where we are going to place it. We have mobilized enough chemicals, personnel, we are working on it. Otherwise, we thought it is important for us to give that briefing. Lastly, we have the numbers. That is the numbers that you should contact for all Kenyans, and especially the media houses. Anytime you want to get the right information, please call 0720 483136 or 0727 781874. Those officers will be in office as late as 7 or 8. In fact, should be up to 9 in the evening. But they also carry the numbers back home so that anytime throughout day and night